Don't forget to set your watches if you guys do that. And then we are going to, as soon as I do that, we're going to get going on this beautiful Tuesday morning. I also need my timer today, which again, this is one that you can do as well after we videotape this and it goes on the YouTube. Welcome Tuesday morning. My name's Jan. So glad you guys are here. This is pretty much 45 minutes from start to finish. So we are going to warm up with one of the moves that I'm going to do more like on my third section with the weights, but let's warm up with that so we can go through that movement pattern. I'm going to kind of start over to the right, and I'm going to start out, I would have weights, but we're just going to simulate as if I'm doing bicep curls. We've done a move that's very similar to this in the past. I'm going to sit down in a squat, and then I'm lunging over to the side, and I'm doing a squat in between each lunge, okay? So we're gonna squat and lunge, and let's just warm up with this move. So I'm really keeping that chest up. I'm sitting back nice and deep, and I'm getting a great stretch through the inner thigh, that straight leg that stays right in the middle. So I also want to kind of talk about on this move, when it gets to that part, the first couple of times, we're just going to time it. So there's not a lot of counting. But then on the third time that we come back around to this move, we will count. So when we start counting, that's going to happen only when I lunge. So that's 1. And that's 2. So that would be the lunge with the bicep curls. Let's do 2 more. And that would be number 5 if we were counting. And there we go. Good. Okay. Now, let's also kind of rehearse the animal squat again. Your hands are going to be out and you're in a wide leg stance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hinge at the hip and I'm going to touch somewhere close to that foot. Now, each time I reach back, I'm going to count when it comes to the counting section. This will be in the core section. So it would be 1, 2, let's do 10. And I'm sitting back equal weight. I'm on 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, hop on up. Take one leg back, stretch out that calf, take the arms up, out in front, and then give me a nice reach forward. So a nice static stretch for the calf. Now take those hands all the way down, wiggle that foot back and give me a lunge and open up that back hip flexor. Step those feet in, fold, and then come all the way up. Let's step the other foot back, placing that heel down, reach out, a slight lean forward, get that calf. Take the hands down, swivel that foot back. Let's really give a nice open hip flexor stretch. Step those feet in, and let's come all the way up to the top. Open those arms, take them back behind, and open that chest. Good deep breath in. And once more, come all the way up. But this time we're going to fold down, lengthen out the hamstrings, which we do work today. Flatten the back. Fold again. And then bring yourself all the way up. Okay, so as I showed you, I've got a mat rolled up. That's going to be kind of my guide. I'm going to start out with quick taps. Now, in this first set of moves, you're just going to go with me. It's really easy to follow. We're gonna do 12 reps of all 4 of these moves, and you'll see how this kind of unfolds. Okay, so go with me. Quick taps, 1, 2, that's how you count them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The second move is a step and a jack. That's 2, that's 4, and 8, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Now I'm going to run in front with the left foot leading. 5, 10, 11, other foot, right foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Going to 12. Good. Now I want to push back. So it's a hopping curtsy. Now this one's in pair. 4, 'I'm on 7, 11, 12. Now go back to your quick taps. 14, 10 left. Step and jack. 1, 2. $12, 13, 14. Now this time, right foot's gonna lead. Heart rate's coming up. 2 more. Switch feet. Last 4. Curtsy with a hop. 10 more. Push up. Last one. Quick tap, 16. Whoo, come on. 10, 8, 6. Woo. Go. 1, 2, you're going to 16. 10 more. Left foot leads, go. That little step. It's like running in place, basically. You could do it on a step. Switch. Come on, almost done. $14. Curtsy. 1, 2, 3. We're going to 5 minutes. Just want to say that as a surprise. This is the only time we count in this section. You have time for quick taps. $15, $17, $18, go get a few. And stop. Okay, ladies, this is the only time, and gentlemen, if you're watching, you don't have to count those again. You'll see why, but not for some time. Move your mat, unroll your other one. We're gonna go into our core. So, this is where we're gonna do our animal squat, and then we'll turn over. Now there's 4 moves in each of our little events. Animal squat is 1 minute, and then we'll go over into our bicycle, our low curl, and our knee tucks. They're all a minute. Stretch if you need to. All right, 1 minute of animal squat. Ready, set, and go. Okay, so what we do is just like I previewed with you. So calm the heart rate down a little bit. Come back into full plank. Notice my speed. You could go slower or faster. Full plank every time. Now notice this is timed. These 4 are 1 minute. So do what you can. I'm always working on breath. Good form. Heart rate's gonna stay up even on this section. So we got the heart rate up with those first 4 moves. We're gonna keep it steady. Woo, and there's our timer. Turn over, and now will you give me that bicycle move? I'm gonna hit repeat, 1 minute. Support the neck. Now, again, it's nice. I don't have to count anything. But when we do, just FYI, these are in pairs. So 1, 2, but right now, you are not having to count anything. Come on. Support that neck. I mean, really, just give your head to your arms and your hands. And lift. Rotating that elbow towards that opposite knee. Get through your minute. Everything has 3 sets today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So close. And stop. Okay, so now we're doing that small, low curl. Support the neck again. I hit repeat. So I'm just lifting. I'm asking those abs, anterior core, to do that work. Small move. And breathe. So this is a tough round. You're going to go from here to the knee tucks. So I'm giving that low back a bit of a break. I'll show you some options, but I know we can get through 1 minute. So it puts in perspective. Stay strong. We're in our 3rd move out of 4. Looks good. We're close. Keep lifting and squeezing, flat bellies, and breathe. Don't forget that key of that breath as I exhale when I lift. And there's my timer. So I'd like you to rock up now. Listen to your body on this one, right? If you need the break, take it. We've done these. You're tucking and extending. Tucking and extending. I do a little bit of a reach down towards those heels or ankles. You don't have to go fast. It's a very effective move. And I am targeting on that lower core section, that anterior core transverse, and really reaching, opening up that chest. Get through your minute. You could always go elbows. That's a great move too, but I'm going to choose to do that reach. Set 1 out of 3. 2 are timed, 1 is counted. You're starting to get the theme. Come on, let's go. Let's finish strong. You're going to be coming up on your feet next, and we're going to be picking up our weights. Doing so well. Come on, let's go. Let's tuck and then stop. Okay, now we're going to do the move that we also warmed up with, and that's going to be our squat and lunge. I need the weights in hand. You're doing awesome. These are also a minute in the first round. So come with me. Hitting that clock, squat, and this is what we already did, but we didn't have weights the first time. Curl. Now feel how much your core is active there. We just left it, which is why I put it in second. No counting necessary. Full minute. You have this move, the lunge with the curls. Second move, deadlift. I'm going to work the arms today with a single arm row. And each arm gets a minute. Good. And I know it's tempting to forget that squat, but let's keep it in. And stop. Okay, I just take my 5s. I'm about hip width apart, and I'm doing my deadlift. Straight leg, hinging, proud chest, down. Great compliment for the core, the back of my legs, and my glutes. Come on. Just notice your distance as we go through our sets. Nice hinge. I'm getting a little bit farther down every time I go. You may be already down to the floor. Nice, all the way up. 1 minute of our deadlift, and then we'll move into our single arm row. We want to work the back of the shoulder, the lats, and all the muscles around the scapula. Okay, how do we do that? Step a foot forward, lean that elbow in, hang this arm. I'm going to be looking down, but your move is driving that arm up and down. Hey, I'm counting this as my third move, just this arm. Notice I picked up the pace a little bit. This is like sawing the wood. And I'm going light grip, bringing the dumbbell up towards my armpit, right to the side of the body. So let's get into some muscles that we're not working every week. We're focusing on the back body. There is core stabilization going on. I definitely have to hold that core as well as that front glute. Each arm gets a minute. I'm choosing to hold the weights, even when I'm in my single arm row. It's starting to add up, but it's a good feeling. Come on, let's row, let's row. And there's the buzzer. Okay, set up for the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna lean in, hit my stopwatch to repeat, and that's all I have to do. Full extension down and really high elbow back. Whew, come on. Let's row. So about the 30-second mark is where you may end up going, aha, I'm starting to really feel the fatigue, the work around that armpit, the back of the shoulder. Great for a lot of sports. Kind of a little area that we don't always isolate. We do a lot of the front body. So I'm picking this today. This is move 4. Doing well. Love it, love it, love it. Come on. And really start to work that. Bring that elbow back and high. Full length all the way down. And there's my timer. So let's put our weights back down. I'm going to pull my folded mat up. And this time with my quick taps and my jack move and the other 2, I'm going for a minute. You're going to get that pattern. So let's get ready, set, and go. So relax the arms. We have cycled through 1 round. If you're doing this on your own, what I love about it is that I can know that in 13 minutes, I've already completed 12 moves. And then I'm just going to go through them a little differently. So instead of counting my quick taps, I'm doing them for a minute. And I'm breathing. Notice I like to jog the arms. It helps. Come on. We can do it. I know it's getting close. Deep breath in. Last little corner. Tap, tap, tap. And stop. Okay, what do we do next? Step and jack. 1 minute. Go. Don't have to count this time. You could speed it up. You could slow it down. You can always modify. But I know we've rounded that corner. When I get into the step, that's the next move. Be present here, but I'm going to be doing 30 seconds on each foot. Start with the left foot, step in front and go. Third move, cardio. Come on, push. Seven seconds. Switch. So I'm doing 30 and 30 because this is move 3. Come on. That's it. Up, up, down, down. You got one more after this. Curtsy with the hop coming up. And stop. Okay, so don't have to count. Curtsy, hop. Come on, push yourself. So close. I'm gonna hop a little more. I know I'm going to be on the floor in just seconds. And stop. All right, get some water if you need it. Animal squat, bicycle, low curl, and the tucks are counted. So I do a different mode now for my second set. Okay, you're doing well. Take a nice deep breath before you come down. We're going to be hitting the stopwatch for 5 minutes to buzz me. Okay, so let's do 12 animal squat. I already kind of talked about how we count them. Four. So the first round we do 12. I'm on 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then I turn on my back, go bicycle. We chatted about the count. 1, 2, 3. Good, feet are down and crunch. 2. 10, 11, and 12. Sit up and tuck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only time that you have to count anything is where we're in our 5-minute mode. That's 12. And then I go to 14. So it just changes it just a little bit. 1. Good, and 14. Nice. I turn over and we're on bike. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and curl. 2, 3. You're doing well. 4, 5, 6. Squeeze. I'm on 11. I'm going to 14. So nothing is as long as the minute that you did, right? So at this point, I know I can get through 14s and 16s and all of that. That's halfway already. Maybe think about pushing something away that you don't want. You're on 12, 13, and 14. Then I go back, animal squat, 16. Nice wide stance, and reach. Use those shoulders and reset every time. "14, 15, 16, turn, bike it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. I'm on 11. 2 more. Happy to put those legs down, but then I'm in this upper core. Support the neck. Calm it down. I'm on 8. We're halfway. I'm just being present in this move. 15 and 16. We know our options on the tuck. Go. Come on, we know we're close. So you can get through this. And it's beautiful because you're halfway right there. And 10. Push. Kind of think like rowing almost, that rower. 13. 14. I got to get after a little bit. 15 and 16. Turn it. Animal squat. Wide stance. And go. We're on 18. Just see where it goes. Nice equal weight back. And there's my buzzer. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to move my mat that I had rolled up for quick taps and come up on my feet. Good work, everybody. Okay. So I go back to my different mode. This one is still timed the 1 minute. We don't count yet. Each of our blocks gets 2 timed and 1 counted. Okay. Are you back up and with me? Looks like it. Setting my timer, 1 minute, and we're on move 1. Squat and lunge. Squat and lunge. Just notice we're staying steady. Sit way back. So I'm going to focus bicep. I'm also going to focus on that squat and that straight leg on that lunge. If I forget a squat, help me, remind me. All right, come on, second round. I already clued you in. Everything gets 3 rounds. There's my minute. Okay, I just turned to the side to show you that deadlift. Reset, deadlift. So I just really think about like looking over a cliff. Relaxed grip. The weights are right next to my thighs. You could hold a barbell and do this. Nice. So it's kind of calms things down. Nice hip hinge. These are the longest sets that we'll do. Nice core, brings you up. I'm going to try to get down just a little lower. And there's my buzzer. Okay, so the first time I started with my right arm, I'm going to start with my left. You remember the drill, and we go. So move 3, single arm row, full minute. So I'm just really relaxing my grip. I've got 5 pounds. Now I could go to 8s. I just chose to keep the 5s. It's a convenient weight for all of the moves that I'm doing with the weights, but you could easily transition up or down. I'm really rooted into this front leg, and I'm still stretching that back calf. Just keeping that back static and just moving the arm. I only have a few left. And there it is. Okay, so I'm going to switch it out. Repeat. And go into the other arm. Good, just look out in front. Don't strain that neck. You could always bring yourself up a little higher. You could even lean on something, a chair or a table. Just kind of visualize like we're sawing. The days when we used to have those saws. I remember putting wax on my little saw as a kid. It was fun. And really working the back of that shoulder. Just good posture muscles. Strong set with the body. You guys have almost finished 2 rounds. So we're in our 26th minute. Doing awesome. Thanks for working so hard. I need you to stick with me for 1 more round. You can put those down. All right, so let's set up our area. We go back. We've already done our count on our first cardio set. We did our first minutes. We have our second time through with a minute of each move. Hang in there. And quick taps. All right. So get through them. Kind of like last week with movement. Like if you're at home, you know, you could go to the front, you turn to the side, you turn to the back, then to the side, back to home, right? It just kind of varies it enough. And it's 1 minute to the side, to the back, to the side. And then by the time I get back home, I know I'm on probably the last 15 seconds. If you have a BOSU, one of those blue mounted half stability balls, those are fabulous for this move. Come on, close. Let's go. I'm a happy girl because these are going off of the list. And there it is. Okay, step and jack. Step and jack. I could go on the diagonal. I could go to the side. To the back. Other side. On the diagonal. Okay, just varies it. Mess around with it. To the front. Whew, come on. Finish this move. And there it is. Okay, pick a foot and you're gonna do your step. 30 seconds. I'm turning again. Now remember, this is only 30 seconds on each foot. You better turn and then come back front because switch out. I love it, that goes fast. Again, I could use a BOSU or a step to increase the intensity. By the time you turn back home, it's gonna be over in 3, 2, and there's the buzzer. Okay, curtsy. So on this one, I'm pushing off the left, the right. The leg that's in front. And taking the back foot behind. You get out arms. Last cardio minute. I could move up to you and then back. And then up. Doesn't take a lot of space. And then back. Pushing off. Okay. Now, the challenge again. Animal squat is 1 minute. So now we're back on our minutes on our core section. Okay. Take a deep breath before we get started. Mentally prepare. We know exactly what we're doing. Let's go. Okay, so pace yourself. If you hated this, you could just hold plank. I like it. It helps me to open up the hips. I'm using a lot of core, shoulder. My triceps are working. It's 1 minute. This one's hard to move around, so I'm just going to stay here. Last time we're doing this move. Come on. Keep reaching for more. Every time I go back, I'm doing it and we're done. Okay, bicycle. Built for 2. Okay, so hit your repeat. I don't rush these. I'm really not, in this case, in these moves, thinking about speed. Good strengthening for our core and a lot more. Gets to be too much on that neck, then do 10 of these with that head down, and then I come back. I'd rather keep my neck a little relaxed and then build it up carefully. And then that way I'm not suffering for 2 days because I wasn't listening to my body. So I just come back in. Come on, we know it's close. We can feel a minute. And there it is. That low curl. So great support. I just put both hands back. It's almost like I have a pillow or a hammock for my head. My fingers are interlocked gently. There's no gripping. Just little contractions with the front abdominal section. You could walk the feet out a little bit more if you wanted. I just keep my head nice and still, steady, and relaxed. Asking these abs to lift me up. So I'm kind of thinking downward motion, like a washboard. So it's not so much up, it's more down towards my feet. Stay strong. And breathe. So maybe open the elbows a little bit. And then there's the buzzer. Okay, we've got one more in this and you know it. So again, pick up the feet, go to the elbows, whatever suits you. So here. Sometimes I like to have like a squishy ball, maybe a very light medicine ball between the legs or a towel. Breathe. So I'm getting a break on my back here, and then I work it a little bit more there. But with the amount of time that each repetition takes, I know that the second hand keeps moving around the clock. So a lot of it's here. Open that chest, and remember, push it away. It's kind of like, no, thank you. Just say, You know, I'm good. And push that away. And push that away. There's the buzzer. Yes, that's done. Now, the good news is, in some ways, you'll be happy because these are counted. So what we do is we hit the timer for your last 5 minutes. Remember how I talked about counting these? So the squat doesn't count. The lunge is 1, 2, we're doing 12. You don't get as many sets in this one. That's okay. I'm halfway. Feel that core. We just left it. Keep it on. 11. Nice, deadlift. 12. And breathe. Get low. Have that back bring you up, back and glutes. Make sure that's on. 2 more. Pick an arm, put a leg in front and row. Just 12 each arm. Halfway. I'm switching. Halfway. Now I'm going to squat and curl. This time I'm going to lunge right first. 1, 2. We have 14. Come on. Really working that sit back. I'm going to do 2 more. Deadlift. I'm going feet together because I'm going to push my length on the back body. Which for me isn't a lot. If you're a runner, hiker, we have to work diligently on the flexibility for the back body and hips, hamstrings. 10 out of 14. Some people like to do these faster. Go ahead of me. You guys know the drill. 14. You do not have to stay with me. That's why I designed these. So really you get to know the formula and then you can just take that volume out or even just do it with your own music. Sketch it out. It's pretty easy to write out. 4 left, 3, 2. Come on, let's see how many we can get in. Low squat. Still hasn't buzzed me. There it is. We got in 10. Whew. Okay, shake them out. Just tap those heels across. Nicely done. Heart rate may even stay up just the slightest bit. That's just good. That's just our afterburn. I'm going to give you just a couple of stretches for the back of that arm. Go with a comfortable stance. Take that arm across. And let's get in that region that we worked with all the rows. And if I just take that same arm up and over, sweep it all the way down. One more sweep. And then if I switch out, let's get the back of that arm. Then I go in the side body. Sweep it all the way around. Good, short little preview warm-up, 35-minute meat and potatoes of the workout, a few-minute cool down. Great job. I'll see you next Tuesday, 9 a.m. on the Pacific Coast time. You guys have a great day. Thanks for coming. Bye, ladies. Woohoo!